This is a true trial of time. Oh my, okay, oh, you know what? I'm hooked right now. Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the channel. I'm Jerada, and we are playing some more Honkai Star Rail. Last time, y'all know what happened. Mighty went crazy. My dude ascended the throne. He got the core flame of strife. My man went absolutely ballistic against the shadow black code horde. Robed swordsman. He went crazy against him. We were out here. We had a whole plan concocted. We said, all right, send him to the past. Leave him there, trap him there, take the core flame, head out. We good. We skibbity doo. We good. All of a sudden, my dude just broke through that entire plan by just phasing through time, I guess. I don't know how he did that. Mighty was out here like, hey, this is my kingdom. And then came out and just whooped that dude, bro. Whooped him. The lead up to that was Trian getting got. So Trian is gone, rest in peace. The entire story with CHRYSOS was blowing my mind. It's kind of crazy to see that she went and sent a message to the future, and then the future us, a future her, went like basically through time in a way and helped her. Not even in a way, we went through time and we went and helped her in that memory, but us helping her in that memory helped her in the past. So I'm like, how does that work? Regardless though, I'm ready to get back into this. We got 1 week to catch up for 3.4. Do y'all believe that I can do it? No? I don't blame you. If that's the goal, I'm gonna try to get y'all daily uploads of this game. And hopefully that means I'll be caught up in a week. But we'll see what happens, and yeah, let's hop into this.
All things are connected by origin, and are made of the same essence.
Yeah, I forgot we got my boy Naxa on the screen here, out here doing some shady stuff with Cersei's, and then next thing we know that Aglaya show up, and she's like, hey, don't make me have to take your head off, okay? But yeah, so they're gonna go be doing all that stuff. Let's go see what's happening now, head to the Garden of Life, and discuss what to do next with the CHRYSOS heirs. I forgot you existed, buddy. Oh my gosh, you're adorable. Alright, not now, not now. CHRYSOS' memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. Only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Era Nova. So I'm wondering, you know, in my head right now, does that actually mean CHRYSOS? Like, only one of her selves will live to witness Era Nova? Or is that meaning everybody here, like on Amphoreus, or all of the CHRYSOS heirs? I'm assuming it meant, you know, CHRYSOS, but I could be wrong, and it could mean like all of us CHRYSOS heirs aren't gonna live to the end to see it. That would be crazy, but I doubt that. There's no way they kill off every single one of us CHRYSOS heirs or one of the main people in this story, right? Right? If I take on Oryx's trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well? Okay, so there. Okay, no, that right there confirms it. I don't. So maybe I was just reading it wrong, or I didn't remember correctly. So then the prophecy come to pass for me as well means that only one of them are gonna live to see it. We're the main characters, so I don't know if that means, is that a good thing? Because if we take it on, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be the last one standing. But maybe we're an outsider, so it doesn't count for us. Regardless, I must give Aglaya an answer. Is this a choice-based thing? I hope not. I'm taking it on if it is.
It's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
Anthology of poems. You had time for that?
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Exactly what I thought.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Okay.
Wouldn't
Spark
all
notes?
these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations.
Exactly.
The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
That's what happened for me right now with all these videos. Catching up to 3.4.
During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely.
I feel that from university
As I
time.
remember, you and Phainon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
Why? Those both sound
The
amazing.
history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself.
Blasphemous is
I
crazy.
can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas.
Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, Anaxa would rip you apart though.
May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the flame chase journey. Our
Antagonistic to
positions
her.
have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
Oh, what's his nickname?
A Dromus draped in finery?
Adromas draped in
As I
finery?
see
That
it,
sounds like a compliment.
This nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas.
Oh, never mind, my bad.
Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve.
That is true.
Anaxagoras'
I
life
need
is
that.
almost like a satire. As a CHRYSOS heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
Gods?
The
What
gods
gods?
have chosen
I'm only god
him.
here. Imagine.
He was indeed chosen by Xerxes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
I plan to throw him off of
In light of
Amphoreus.
his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
I want to know what these extreme measures are. What kind of plans does she
Just
have
as
in
I
place?
feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the CHRYSOS heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I hope so. We'll see, because it seems like he's going to be going away soon, and
I
Cersei's taking
understand your
control.
stance. Let's continue this discussion another time.
Or her core flame coming out. What happens
But
if
now,
they die?
Let's greet our guest. You're here.
Yes, I am.
Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
We are ready, Mimmin and me. I'm still on the fence. Okay, I don't know if this is choice-based or not. I hope not. But regardless, I already have my decision. My decision is I'm going through with it. Even if it's a bad idea, I'm going through with it.
It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Thanks to you, I've evolved from a little dog into a sacred beast. Oh, so you accept that you were a little dog now?
Is a
That's
CHRYSOS
crazy,
heir's
Mim.
duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphoreus, all on your own.
Which seems like the strongest power
From
here.
that
Time
point on,
powers, bro?
Your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
Well, I mean, I think I could change that. Is there a plan B? That's exactly my thought immediately. Are you trying to talk me out of it?
On the contrary, you are the only one who qualifies to attain divinity. Yet, for that very reason, I do not wish to pressure you.
And that is a lot of pressure, because, yeah. Is there a plan B, though?
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable CHRYSOS heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations. There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
That feels kind of bad, because then imagine she finds them, and then because she found them instead of me, then they're probably going to go through with this, but they're not going to be strong enough, because they don't have the same capabilities and you know, like, attributes as me. So they can't, you know, fuse with the core flame as good as me or something like that. I don't know. Or they're not as righteous. Imagine they have like a dark side to them, like a hidden side to them. You never know. Seems like a shot in the dark. If I do not descend into hell, who will? All right, that's it. I am out. Nah, hold up. I'm on that mighty wavelength right now. If I do not descend into hell, who will? Mem worry. With me by your side, even if things go south, you'll be heading straight to heaven. Okay, Mem. Words of reassurance.
Hero.
All right. As for the trial, I have nothing to fear. The Time Titan may be willful at times, but they never cause us any harm. That's true. That's true. Myth has it that Orynyx opposes mortals, but to me, they just seem a bit timid, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
I mean, we did encounter them a few times now. Oddly enough, I don't remember ever meeting them, but the moment I saw her, Orynyx's memories were already in my head. So maybe it's like a future thing, like we like in the future she knows him.
Exist outside of your own experiences.
He's a Time Titan,
I
so
can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
alright, I trust you all to make the right call. Do I even have any say in this?
Please, Mem.
Trust you on this? At the very least, can you speak with them in person? I get the feeling that if we don't meet Orynyx, we'll be missing out on something huge. My bad. You wanted to say huge, Bill. I'm sorry. I ruined your whole plan. I trust you to make the right call. Looks like there's no other way.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinen will call for you when the ceremony is ready.
Sounds good. We about to become a CHRYSOS heir, y'all.
Difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude.
Hey, no worries.
When
Take
the
your
dust
time.
settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
I just had an idea. Whoa, before leaving, I should something. Speak to casters. Okay, hold up. Before we speak to casters, I just had an idea. It's probably not gonna happen, but what if, like, multiple Express members were capable of taking on a core flame, and we all become part of the Flame Chase journey? That's too much, though. I feel that's way too much. But that'd be awesome.
Connected.
Shut up, Anaxa.
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem.
Thank you, Castress. I know a lot of people love you. I hope I'm about to find out why in this part of the story. You need a Goliath for something too?
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me.
Oh, okay.
Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing.
What was it about?
Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read.
Very thoughtful. Can you tell me more about the book? Is this book very special?
No, it's just an ordinary book. It's definitely not some kind of unique copy. It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself.
A dragon, you
It
say?
swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end.
Oh.
Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood.
Whoa.
However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
And that's the origins of that dragon, so that dragon's still alive? That's what I'm wondering right now. What a dark story, what a touching story. How was it touching? Y'all just don't see my artistic view.
I actually think so too.
Oh, okay. That was the correct option to increase friendship level? Yes, it was.
The author of this book is
Give it the game,
Arcadia,
Mim.
a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting.
Alright.
While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Arcadia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
Maybe she is. You never know. I mean, if we're talking about the dragon girl, the dragon princess now. I feel like that's going to be your familiar pretty soon here. No one goes through life without leaving their mark behind. She probably did not think much of it while she was writing. Let's go with the mark behind.
That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs.
March.
It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things.
Videos with me. A.
Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden.
Isn't that supposed to be referring to
Despite
March?
having visited many cities in Amphoreus, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity...
You want to go traveling with us? I'd be down.
Forget it.
No.
Let's talk about this in the future.
I guess, yeah.
But for now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
Oh, thank you, Castris. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Time to go back and talk to Don Hunt. Yes, sir. So, I'm thinking in my head right now that it doesn't make sense, in my opinion, that by the end of this entire story, that all of the CHRYSOS heirs and all the people on Amphoreus want to stay here. I feel like it would make more sense that at least one of the CHRYSOS heirs or one of these people are going to want to go traveling with us on the Astral Express. And that would make sense. And we're open to that. So I feel like they would ask us and that would happen. So if that doesn't happen by the end of the story, I feel like that is a big flaw, bro. Because there's no way none of them want to go traveling and explore the sky beyond. Oh, Finon? What you doing here, buddy? Citizens Assembly?
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
Alright, some good news, more trouble?
I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akama better.
Is the Citizens Assembly supposed to refer with the council stuff as well? Maybe. Do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our hills previously? It seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphoreus, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years.
And I assume that time has come now?
This is the most important social event of Akama. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
So they could shut us down. Okay. But who has the power to stop us? So Aglaya doesn't actually call the shots? Well, I mean, I kind of assume that. It seemed like she's kind of like a mixture. Like she's a part of the council, maybe.
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
Oh, I mean, that's obvious. No leader can. I have never once passed my sociology class. Crazy. Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Paperfold University. Oh, heck no. We're gonna find Rappa again? We're gonna actually attend classes for once? Because we didn't attend one class, did we? Tell me more about the Citizens' Assembly.
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud.
Okay. Ooh, Dawncloud sounds like a new area, right?
During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues, such as whether the CHRYSOS heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
I mean, even if they say no, I feel like we just go against them, because, prophecy? I don't know. It sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and the mortals. Well, yeah, because you don't want the heroes to all have all the power.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders.
True, as
They
in
view
every
the Citizens' Assembly as a way
government
to
authority.
restrain the CHRYSOS heirs and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey.
Do they even know what they're
We can
doing?
refer to them as the opposition.
Alright, the ops.
During the
Oh, yeah.
assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day.
Alright.
The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner, but this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
And what might that be? Is it us? Is it Mim? Is it Anaxa? Is it us? No. Although we might be mentioned, the Council of Elders has another target in mind. Oh, is it going to be Anaxa then?
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa.
Alright.
Aglaya will surely take back Cersei's core flame, but with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him.
Yeah, will it kill
He's
him?
always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time...
Very true. You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect towards the Council of Elders. So we're going to have a CHRYSOS heir against us, a Titan against us. Well, you know, I wouldn't actually doubt that would happen because of the fact that, like, listen, as much as we, you know, want to keep Akima and Amphoreus going, and I assume Anaxa does too because he loves to research stuff, he doesn't want to die. And if Aglaya is like, I don't like you, and you seem untrustworthy, and decides that we need to take care of him, then yeah, he'll be like, you know what, I don't want to die, so I'm just not going to be with y'all. I'm going to go against you. These people over here seem to have power, so... But yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Maybe we got to be a little bit more lenient with him, I don't know.
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many CHRYSOS heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akima.
Yeah, he got a lot of knowledge.
I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
Yep. I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
Alright, I like that. Finally being open and honest. We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. Jerada and Mim are tied with Oryx's trial, and while I'm preparing to visit the Grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky. Let's just take things one step at a time. I just want to rest right now. None of those things seem like they're going to be easy to deal with. Very true.
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Oryx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss.
Yeah, and I wonder why. Because of the
Go
Stellaron, maybe?
rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days.
Sounds good.
Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
I guess we're doing that. Oh, here we go, okay. A study of the Citizens' Assembly. Democratic politics have always fascinated citizens of different city-states in Amphoreus. When Akima was first established, its democracy was limited to a privileged minority. However, through ongoing reforms, the Akiman Citizens' Assembly took to the stage, transforming Akima's governance into a democracy for all, where the Citizens' Assembly made every major decision. It's important to note that as the Black Tide draws near and citizens from the other city-states join Akima's political life, the precious rights of Akima's original citizens are becoming increasingly diluted. Consequently, voices calling for reforms with the Akiman Citizens' Assembly system grew even louder. Democracy is only one of the consequences of civilization's development rather than the cause of development. For democracy to be productive, it must enact different rules for different societies, situations, and issues. No single rule can be optimal for all scenarios. In other words, Akima's Citizens' Assembly system will continue to evolve as this book is written. Due to time limitations, this publication focuses only on the current Akiman Citizens' Assembly, not its future developments. Readers should bear this limitation in mind. Alright, citizenship, and citizenship policies of Akima. Before examining the Akiman Citizens' Assembly's operational mechanisms and core functions in depth, we must first address the matter of citizenship rights, and citizenship policies of Akima. The elders have once noted that Akima is a collective of free citizens. Due to the substantial power citizens possess, citizenship qualifications must be strictly regulated to ensure citizens' rights. Discussions on the recognition of naturalized citizens' rights were once the foci of disputations between the leader of the CHRYSOS heirs and the Council of Elders. As more Amphorean city-states fell over time, and as the Black Tide drew closer, citizenship rights reforms became imperative. Judging from the final outcome, citizens from all city-states have equal citizenship rights in the Holy City and can have equal participation in public matters. While social differences naturally exist between rich and poor, local and travelers, the Holy City of Akima would not allow these social distinctions to become political divisions and will ensure complete political equality among all citizens. Continued. Operational mechanisms of the Citizens' Assembly. Bearing emergencies, Akima's Citizens' Assembly follows strict protocols when it is called. The current Council of Elders, a governmental entity made of representatives of the city-state, posts the upcoming Citizens' Assembly agenda and venue, usually Dawn Cloud in the Holy City, at the Wall of Heroes before each meeting. Usually, topics are proposed by Council of Elders members before the Assembly and become official Assembly items after receiving majority Council approval. The Council predetermines which matters to address and when. Once confirmed, the Council Chairman hands over the agenda to the Council of Elders Assembly Chair, who presides over the meeting. Normally, matters cannot be discussed at the Citizens' Assembly without prior council review. Council-reviewed matters yield only two outcomes. Either they're already thoroughly discussed and only need citizens' votes, or they require citizens to hold debates to reach final resolutions during the Assembly. Results are tallied using pottery shards blessed with Kefeli's runes, with voting dolia placed throughout Akima during assemblies. After thorough discussion and voting of all proposals, the Council of Elders posts approved decrees at the Wall of Heroes. Core functions of the Citizens' Assembly. The Assembly wields the important capacities of legislative power, the appointment of government officials, declaring war, convening peace, and actual control of armies during wartime. Yet historically and practically, Akima's Citizens' Assembly isn't fully controlled and directed by citizens, but rather a means to ensure that elites who represent the majority social interests can effectively manage social matters. In other words, the current system where the leader of the CHRYSOS heirs and the Council of Elders jointly manage Akima was decided by the Akiman Citizens' Assembly system. Citizens influence policymakers through voting and other means of political participation rather than directly managing social affairs or making political decisions. Continued. Appendix. Principal members of the Council of Elders. The Council of Elders is a governmental organization consisting of representatives from Amphoreus' city-states. While most are elected by their city-states, some receive direct invitations from current Council of Elders members. Authorized by the Citizens' Assembly, they manage various practical affairs within Akima. The most renowned honorary elder is Lycurgus, an Antikytheran, a race that was already nearly extinct before the CHRYSOS War. He had communicated directly with Kefeli multiple times during the era Chrysia and passed the wishes of mortals to Kefeli, showing himself as a true Theorist. Lycurgus' neutrality is well noted by all, which explains his frequent selection as the Citizens' Assembly chair. Significantly, Elder Kindness has shown great effectiveness in Akima's governance and gathered many followers. Many believe Kindness will leverage accumulated resources to challenge the current situation where the CHRYSOS heirs hold real authority and transform Akima's political structure. That is a terrible idea. Oh my gosh, that was a long read. Alright, well we read that. Don Hung, I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest, buddy, okay? I hope that you understand that I am extremely tired. There's been a lot going on, and they're expecting me to overthrow this current system. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep, buddy, before I go and have to go and do all that. Trial feels like it's right around the corner. I'm starting to feel nervous. So am I. It's not that soon. There are still a few more days until then. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I feel like a sitting duck that has been thrown into the deep end. Speaking of which, I don't recall seeing any rubber duck toys in the baths of Akima. It seems like they only have these sills. That is true. Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an Eon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional god just fine. We've also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with the midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Get some rest. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in Amphoreus is about to begin. It definitely is. Get some rest and wait for the trial. A few days later, at the Vortex of Genesis. Oh, we skipping ahead. I love that. Thank you.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits.
Let's do it.
If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphoreus, please, step forward.
Hey, y'all know my decision. We going through with it. I don't know if there was an actual choice with this, but we're going through with it.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you.
No problem, Genon.
Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer.
Let's get it. I'm ready. Let me know in the comments down below. Would y'all go through with this or not?
Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
Alright, is that dangerous for you? Let's begin. I've long gotten used to fighting fires, literally.
The 8th core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great veil of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the 2 elected heroes of the CHRYSOS heirs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles.
Okay, I like that.
Who?
It's also who for me, not that. My bad, Mem.
Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us.
Alright, hold up.
O Majesty
of the 12 Titans, pillars of this world,
we
we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. I had to fill in for my character. I don't think I have a gold blood. True.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus.
Of course, our character gonna be cracking jokes in the middle of this important ceremony.
And surrender the core flame.
Alright, here goes. Click and hold to submit the core flame and complete your objective. Let's do it. Let's do it, y'all. Hold up. About to become a whole CHRYSOS heir. Insane. Is it about to light up now? Hey, there we go. Wait, don't we have to go through a trial though? I thought we had to like go through a whole trial like Finon did.
Orynyx, their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Alright, wait for my return, my friends. Okay, we are about to go do it right now. I love all of you. That doesn't seem appropriate for the current mood, so let's just leave the farewells for next time. I know. But shut up, Don Hong.
Don't worry. You're tougher than I am, right?
Look at Finon being all humble. Finally, time for some big progress with ourselves in the story.
from beyond the sky. Let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Oh, they will.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the CHRYSOS heirs. She will definitely succeed.
I'm glad Phaidon believe in us that deeply.
While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Oh, about us?
Speak. I'm listening.
I knew they were gonna cut away. I knew they was gonna cut away. They ain't gonna let us hear the conversation. Let me stop.
Slap, slap.
Slap, slap.
Wake up.
I'm glad you're speaking sentences right now, even if they're only very like 1 word or 2 word sentences, Mim.
How is it? How do you feel?
Oh, you're speaking right now. Hold up. Has the trial begun? How are you able to talk?
Right. I think that it's amazing too. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
You remind me of someone
I
else.
have such a cute voice.
Who else
Must be
voices?
because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations.
Who is Mim's voice actor? They sound super familiar now.
Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Is it Marches?
Mother,
Oh, okay.
it hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming to an end?
Years of isolation.
Or next. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space.
Oh, so it happened after he took the core
We are
flame.
going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Memories broken.
Alright. So before we go in, we obviously gotta go check.
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
I don't know exactly. But we gotta go explore these other areas real quick before we go straight down there. Alright. Let's go speak with Orynyx. Over here talking about losing their mother, or talking about their mother, asking them for help. Don't know who the mother is still, exactly.
You.
Oh,
It's you. I remember you.
okay. Orynyx remembers me.
Sky Father has gazed upon you.
Aquila has gazed at us, I think.
Mother is calling for you.
I don't know who Mother is. Is that Yanis? Does Skyfather refer to Fully? Oh, no. So, okay, I had that wrong. Aquila, I was thinking they were talking about, the other ones here. Fully? Okay. One of the Eons. And back to murmuring. Okay. The Titan's words are indistinct. Each syllable emerging from the mist seems to be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory.
Sky Father has chosen you.
Okay. Who is your mother? Yes, okay. A majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountain walls in the distance, reflecting and returning to your ears as an echo. Within the echo, you seemingly could make out the cry of a baby. Interesting.
Mother is no longer responding.
It's like a one-sided conversation right now. We've come to you because of something important.
Something important.
There we go.
An important matter.
I feel like they're struggling to even talk right now.
Orynyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, You have always been protecting the fate of Amphoreus. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders.
That does seem like it sucks.
There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Great way to put it, Mim.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Okay, here we go. Looks like our interests are
Poor
aligned.
child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
Leave it to us, Titan. What's troubling you, big fella?
You have potential. Strength.
Alright, they recognize it.
Willpower. Powerful. And tenacious.
I don't know who's ever breaking the will of the Trailblazers. It seems impossible.
But you lack something.
What am I lacking?
Just one thing.
I don't know what it is.
Lacking something. What is it?
A goal or a purpose? I don't know.
What you lack is a future.
Oh, we don't have a future. So Orynyx can't see our future. Now, I'm wondering, could that be because we're not from Amphoreus? Or could that be because of our contribution? We're a Stellaron. I don't have a future? That's right, I live in the moment. Okay. What? What future?
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already.
I should have died already? When?
The gaze from the Sky Father stabilized your form.
Okay.
Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away. Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
What? How is that possible?
So you're saying I'm not a living being, I'm just memories in a brain or something like that. What? Do you mean that I'm already dead? That's what yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, don't tell me we're leaving now.
The space is collapsing.
Alright, guess we're not getting any more answers here.
Must inherit the authority of time.
Give it here. Give it here.
If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse.
Actually, I'm kind of interested in seeing what would happen when that happens. Maybe we don't take it.
Will succumb to eternal disorder.
Oh, okay. You still haven't explained things clearly. What about the trial? Revive me quickly.
Time never compromises, never bears grudges,
Okay, got you.
never forgives, never makes a choice.
All right, I understand.
Child of humanity, Titans, Mother, Sky Father. Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Orynyx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
I can't tell.
Remembrance, my strength, I shall
Here we go.
The fate of the world. If you wish to save it,
Then what?
go and find your future that has been stolen.
Okay, so we can actually get it back. So we are dead right now or something.
That means you'll have to cheat death.
CHRYSOS, you're up.
You'll have to challenge that. And the shadow clasped with unyielding fingers.
Oh my gosh, what is go? Yo! For the passing of 15 entry hours, go forth and reclaim your future. We have 15 hours to go and... This is a true trial of time. Oh my... Okay, oh, you know what? I'm hooked right now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And people say that Amphoreus isn't doing good, bro. What? Nah, hold up. Okay, once we got to this part, now things are picking up. So... we got 15 hours to go deal with the Death Titan so that we don't end up succumbing to our fate of death or something like that. I don't understand how that works exactly, but regardless, apparently our future was stolen by the Death Titan. I don't know why that happened or when that happened or even how that happened, but CHRYSOS, it looks like your time is here because we need your help with this. We are limited on time here. As the time core flames tighten, CHRYSOS HEIR. The irony. You're finally awake. I am. Is it just you here? I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Orynyx has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Amphoreus. However, Mim has told me about what happened during the trial. They are still explaining things to the others and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first. Okay, good. The Titan must be joking, right? Don't sigh, Dong. So, what's my superpower? Just ignore all the death part of this? Yeah, what's my superpower? For you to be able to say that even now, you're truly impressive. I mean, am I gonna just go ahead and stress about it and just start crying? Oh no! What am I gonna do? Nah, bro, I'm just gonna be like, alright, well, I got 15 hours to live, and I know what I gotta do in order to fix it. There's something that I've never told you. When we landed on Amphoreus, our car was pierced by Nikador's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss, that was what I said. You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car or we would have been crushed to pieces. Don't tell me I actually died here. Actually, my account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. You were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding. But then, I was also hit by a falling rock and lost my consciousness. Yo! The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing. But when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy. So I never brought this up again. How exactly did I come back to life? So you were knocked unconscious by a rock? That's beside the point. I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fuli has anything to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now, just like those objects of the past in the miracles of Orynyx. Oh, those things that we bring up, those little crystals that we look at to see like different past conversations. Perhaps Mim is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I'd assumed they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite. What should we do next? Cry. Cry for me. Stellaron, do something. Nah, cry for me. It's not the time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Orynyx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there is some kind of miraculous power in Amphoreus that can even reverse death. The key seems to lie with the Hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown. Well, we gotta start looking. CHRYSOS is probably the key to that.
Are you alright?
I'm perfectly fine, man. Look at me.
I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning.
Of course she is. She's the most linked with them.
She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Okay. Let's do that then.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The CHRYSOS heirs already know everything that has happened to you.
Oh yeah, Don Hunt said that you told them.
I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
Why would I hate you for that? I don't care. Now, listen here, y'all. I don't know if this is like a wild take or not, but I think it would have been better if they started this entire story off where we knew that had happened, but we didn't know. Oh, shut up. Not now. But we didn't know that we actually were dead. They kept it as like a mystery, and then kind of hinted towards it as we kept going on in 3.0 and in 3.1. I thought that would have made 3.0 that much better. CHRYSOS, my girl, I'm gonna need some help here.
Miss, I'm right here.
Alright. You hear soft steps coming closer, one step at a time, and we got our girl CHRYSOS.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
Okay. For some reason, you feel you have seen this scene before. You want to turn your head, but you glimpse a dash of purple brushing past your face. Then, a chill seeps through your skin, spreading into your veins. Your heart starts beating slowly. At this moment, I just want to close my eyes. Remember the near-death experience? You gotta stay on guard. Spin around immediately and give CHRYSOS a scare. Now, we gotta do that. We gotta do that. In the blink of an eye, time seems to have frozen beneath that cold sensation, and you just happen to close your eyes.
Please pardon me.
Oh? A subtle fragrance of an unnamed flower fills your senses, its sweetness making you forget the need to breathe. Are you sure it isn't just CHRYSOS? I mean, it could be her. Do you see how beautiful she looks right here? I'm not gonna lie, she would take my breath away too. What's happening right now though? Is she trying to see how close she can get to us with her curse of death that she has on her? You realize you are still alive. No need to be more precise. Your death was not thorough. The coldness of the initial touch disperses as quickly as it came, and replacing it is the touch of fingertips and a tremble born of trepidation that originated from a certain lanky arm. Her quivering finger gently brushed against your cheek, causing a faint tickle. So she can actually touch us and approach us.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
Yeah, like life within us, because normally that she would be able to like take away our life if we were too close. CHRYSOS, you're shaking. Am I really dead? You're invading my personal space. No, am I really dead?
Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse.
Ah, okay.
I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason. I'm sorry.
So they did have one hint towards that, okay.
I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier.
You're fine.
Miss,
I mean, nobody realized anything about
If my abrupt
this.
behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me.
No, you're good.
I'm just thinking.
Do it again. Let me
If your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
All right, let's do it.
Cass, did you find anything? My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly.
All right.
Perhaps the result might be different this time.
Let's do it. Agree, there's no harm. Refuse, I think I'll pass. Nah, do it.
I have never touched the living in this way before.
It's new to her. That's crazy.
If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
No, in fact, come here. Give me a hug. Castress once again places her palm on your face. Her shivers calmed somewhat this time. Oh, you found it? Did you discover something? You scared me.
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something.
Oh.
Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape.
Okay.
But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time.
Okay.
We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away.
Let's do it.
Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it.
So you need more strength?
It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon.
That's insane. So we're dead right now.
I know that I'm
Yo.
lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on. Amphoreus needs you.
Sounds good. I will do that. But I feel like conquering Thanatos is going to require more than just you. I'm not going to lie. I'll do my best. So what now? Live on bravely. I understand.
Lady Aglaya and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well.
True. I'm dying.
Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax.
Okay.
I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
I hope so too. Do I get to read it right now? Let me just go ahead and read this. A collection of fables passed down from the city-state of dragons and waves, Styxia, compiled by the bardess Archepia. This copy is gifted to casters by Trian. Yes, the one that she was talking about before. The dragon, the princess. When the dragon's wings first swept across Styxia, like waves crushing against the rocks, all, from the poor to the rich, from the curious to the fearful, looked up in awe. Dragon, dragon, why are you silent and sorrowful? The princess climbed to the high tower where the dragon made its nest, gently stroking its forehead with pity. The dragon's wings revealed decaying flesh, blackened pus poured from within the distant black tide and transformed it into a monster. It opened its mouth and swallowed the compassionate princess whole. If this is talking about the black tide and all this happening, this has to be like somewhat recent. Like the black tide has, well, I guess it's been going on for like a long time, but it got to be like, you know, not super long. This story was written like fairly recently in historian terms. A great disgrace. We must avenge her. The archers with silver bows and blacksmiths with hammers gathered 700 warriors, swearing to cut open the dragon's belly and rescue the princess. It was a fierce battle. Stones shattered, columns fell, until the dragon was riddled with countless bone-exposing wounds, bled black blood, and perished. The princess, pulled from the dragon's belly, was already lifeless. My child, born of my flesh and blood, how could I allow you to perish before me? The grieving queen summoned the kingdom's most precious treasure and called upon an alchemist. In the high tower, the alchemist had a ritual, drawing the dragon's bones and gathering its soul, hoping to reshape the scattered flesh of the dragon into the reborn form of the princess. But how could the corrupted flesh of darkness give birth to a pure white flower? The princess, resurrected from death, extended her claws and unfurled her massive bony wings, and devoured every last soul of the city. As the evil dragon's wings finally cast a shadow of death over Styxia, none, be they poor, rich, weeping, or trembling, could resist its grasp. Styxia, once a land of treasured glory, your people, until their last breath, refused to blame you. Refused to blame the loving queen, the valiant centurion, the wise mage, or the kind princess, only lamenting the inevitable and unstoppable black death that sealed their fate. Archepia's note. Aho, the story holds great value. If this is true, then it was the evil dragon that brought death to Styxia. But where is that dragon now? The one who once took the form of the princess. So, is the black dragon Castress? Or is this dragon supposed to be Castress, the little princess that we're talking about here? I'm assuming they have to be talking about Castress. If not, then it's going to be whatever familiar that Castress gets whenever she actually does take care of Thanatos, which I'm assuming we're going to. Interesting. Alright, where we going now? Discuss your next steps with Aglaya and the others. Let's do it. What's good, y'all?
They're here.
We are.
That partner! Hyacin said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
Oh, look at that. Finding over here all worried about us. So the entire world knows about this now. She can even take the pulse of someone who's dead. It feels quite cool being a departed spirit.
Well, at least you look no different from the living.
All right, buddy.
I think that most living people don't even look as good as you do.
Thank you.
You've completed the trial of time.
Weird compliment. Thank you.
And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind.
It did.
However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body?
Maybe he wouldn't let
If there
them.
were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Well, do we go back and talk to him now or no?
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope.
All right.
Cypher,
Oh,
if anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her.
all right. We know about Cypher
try and
from
get her to
the
return to
characters, but
Akima.
don't know
But
of
do be
her
prepared
exactly.
for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphoreus, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all.
Okay. Thank you for your help. Is this supposed to be comforting?
Don't take it to heart, partner. After all, you've already created countless miracles along the way, right?
In multiple different worlds too.
But before that, just
What's wrong, Aglaya?
omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart.
Okay.
It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
Well, like I said, why don't we just like strike a little deal with him?
It has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Hey, like I said, if it comes to pass that way, rebel. A Naxxus POV not long ago. Ooh. Hold up. Y'all know Anaxagoras got to be like one of my favorite characters right now. I don't know. I like their type of character. They're the ones you never know what's going to happen with them. Fire picture right here. Let's go. What's going on?
I'm back here again.
I'm assuming these are the Council of Elders right here, the
Remember
members.
this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh.
Or is this like death?
The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
This is a death type of area.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphoreus are we?
Or is this Dawn Cloud? I got so many ideas. Thanks for answering my question, buddy.
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend.
Oh.
Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
I couldn't tell you.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Thanatos? That wasn't helpful. That sounded like it's just a breath.
Hand of shadow.
Y'all see it? Hold up. Y'all heard it.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
The Nether Realm. Ooh, hold up.
Nether realm.
Okay, not that.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
Yeah, just tell us where we're at.
nothing but an illusion.
Okay, Netherrealm isn't real. According to them.
Titan rejects you, me.
Like they don't want us to die? They don't want our soul?
Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent.
Okay.
I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides.
Can I see it?
The sound of tides.
The black tide?
I can hear it. I hear it, deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the void world. A voice, about to recount something.
Okay.
Child of humanity. Is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency?
Oh.
Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm.
So he was in the middle of dying right there, is what it felt like.
Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
15? Like us? Ain't no way.
15 days and nights.
He said, that's all the time I need to study.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Alright, we're gonna see this Council of Elders finally.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
We'll see.
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
Yeah, he was always true to that, so I guess it's not a betrayal,
What about
but going
that
against her.
white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
Wow, okay, that's the way he sees it.
You truly are a strict teacher.
He is. I
Of
like his
course.
thinking though.
This is how I've always been.
So, 15 system hours for him before he lose, or 15 days. Was it days or hours? Whatever it was. For him to, you know, figure something out before he loses all his consciousness or whatever. To death, I'm assuming. And 15 hours for us as well.
Keep you waiting, Lord Enexagoras.
What the heck are you?
It's been a while, Lord Enexagoras.
This is a member of the Council of Elders? Why does he look like an alien? Are you sure you're from Amphoreus? Or is this like the one guy that we read about who's like the last of his lineage? Interesting. Okay, bro. I don't, you got a hole in your chest too? Hold up.
I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
Do you now?
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
Okay then.
There are Antikytherans here?
Antikytheran, yep.
They have been a rare sight ever since the CHRYSOS War.
Yeah, that's what we read about. So this is the last one, or one of the last ones of their race or their lineage.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan. I am Lycurgus,
There we
Though
go.
you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
Alright, that sounds like a good thing. But is that really what you're doing?
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherians perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
Alright, so you can actually see CHRYSOS.
Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar.
Yep, because she can do that with her threads.
If necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
I'm not gonna lie, having those golden threads around all of Amphoreus to listen
The
on anybody
demigod
is
should
kind of
know
crazy.
better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threads, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
He said he don't
May
care if she
I
hears.
interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends.
Yeah, too many titans falling at
While
once. Too many core flames to deal
Anaxagoras,
with.
serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Alright.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally.
We about to meet all of them.
She's been waiting. Follow. Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud.
Alright, here we go,
For the
Dawncloud.
Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
Alright, see his thought process on this. I was thinking the same thing as soon as I heard about the fall of the
Well,
Titans.
all living beings must ultimately face their demise. Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Yeah, who's gonna take Kefali's?
Are
Is
you
it gonna be Fion,
suggesting
probably?
that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Because people immediately assume fall means death. I mean, I wasn't thinking that.
An intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
If we're supposed to know it already, and y'all can break it down for me, let me know in the comments down below what the different era timelines are. What era are we currently in? What is era Arasa? What is era Chrysia? What timeline is all of that? That's one confusion I have.
Perhaps the gods in their arrogance deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
CHRYSOS, the kin of the Skyfather as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Okay.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
Good question.
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphoreus are nothing more than pitiful jests.
So that's his way of proving this theory. Okay.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world.
All right. Let's try it.
Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
All right. Oh, okay. Going to Dawn Cloud. Yo. That's a giant hand.
Please, Professor.
That is insane. What the heck? That's how you get to Dawn Cloud?
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
All right.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited.
Okay.
Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
Only the most esteemed of our people can come here. Got you.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
And Aglaya can't eavesdrop here, right?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
So we can't really go anywhere.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Your chest makes me uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
I doubt that.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
And it seems like it's risky.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive another Titan.
That's interesting, yeah. Especially from her perspective.
Off you go. I won't be joining you.
He said, I got my own plans.
This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she can read our mind. Can't even think in peace. You gotta keep yourself thinking, like, strategically, because you can't let her hear your thoughts. Okay, we in Dawn Cloud now, and then we can return back to Akima. Yo! Now, while we're here, a question that I have is the Council of Elders. How strong are they? Because, thinking about it now, Lygus said that he could easily sever Aglaya's golden threads. I don't know how strong that makes you or not, but that just got me thinking, like, is Lygus on the level of the CHRYSOS heirs? Or, like, anybody bearing a core flame? I doubt it. But it'd be interesting to see where they stand. Because I feel like, is the Council of Elders just purely the people? Or is it like, you know, some strong individuals as well? But alright, look at this. So, Dawn Cloud is literally like where Kefeli is holding up the moon, or the whatever the heck it was. Alright, what do we got around here? A young scribe. Who is this? One of your students?
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
Safe and sound for now.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Yeah, we couldn't handle that.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone.
Okay.
Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
So they just don't like Aglaya and anyone who follows her completely?
There, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself?
I was about to say the same thing.
Enough of your prattling.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in.
Can't you read our mind?
But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours? Just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I feel this is her way of fishing for information with him. Trying to make him slip up.
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think.
Okay, so yeah, Kindness seems like she's gonna be a problem. How big of a problem, I don't know.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Oh, this dude don't like Anaxa.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Uh-huh.
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
That's a foul thing to say, sir.
As Kefali's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being.
That's a crazy take, buddy.
Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
Is that a threat? Bring it on.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan.
Who?
As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be Kindness?
You.
That was a good comeback.
Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now.
Uh-huh.
Leave immediately.
What was you gonna do about it?
Don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Well, Anaxagoras would have been.
Seeing as we were able to hear
And slapped him into another dimension.
mouths of others, It seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Yeah, kinda seems to like us.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kefali's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Good question. I was wondering the same
Praising him,
thing.
of course.
Are you sure about that?
As a believer of the god of deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
So we're evil?
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave.
Bro,
Go as far away from here as possible.
this is an open space.
Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
Alright, buddy.
I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
I know. He said, "Can I die any quicker, please?" Crazy. Hold up, I didn't put that together at first. Listen to Cersei's evaluations of their murals. Let's see what she got to say.
Oh, my.
Oh, my bad.
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Cersei's.
Okay.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
Alright. Nice interpretation,
This
I guess.
mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
Okay. She's just trying to find an answer.
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Dang, he said you look ugly in these portrayals.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
Yeah, she didn't want some normal person to take her powers and her core flame.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
I'm glad he acknowledges that himself as a lunatic,
It
though.
seems that your journey to Dawn this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
Yeah, like he's gonna tell you.
The entire plan is stored in my memory, so why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do.
Oh, she actually gonna do it?
1 year old, 2 years old.
Okay, that's crazy. Go through all his memories?
Oh my. Even a member of the preeminent 7 sages must hug his droma stall to sleep? How interesting.
Oh, no, she exposing you right now. I'm not gonna lie.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
That he just hides his fear? I mean, that sounds normal for people.
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me.
Oh.
It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
I want a pet Dromus. Give me one.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories.
Like you're reading a novel.
It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
When he was 5?
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
Like he saw it like firsthand?
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. CHRYSOS, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every Titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
Okay.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Is he trying to research alchemy to bring back his family?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of the CHRYSOS' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Oh, so that got him interested.
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Okay, now we're learning more about him. That's deep.
Anaxa,
Empedocles?
I did it, teacher!
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre.
What did he do?
Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Look at all of this, though. Looks like a bunch of constellations and stuff like that. Interesting, okay.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
So did he, like, find her soul or something? What did he do?
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip.
Okay.
By merely sacrificing one eye.
That's why he got the eye patch. Yo.
Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time.
Okay, okay. So he actually succeeded at doing something. So he sacrificed his eye, and with that sacrifice, equivalent exchange, alchemy, obviously, he was able to see his sister again, or see, yeah, whoever it was. I believe it was his sister, right? Now he's realizing if I sacrifice my soul, technically I should be able to get her soul back in exchange. I don't know that's how it's gonna work though, buddy, but we'll see. What if he just gives you a random soul in exchange? He's like, oh, you giving me your soul? Alright, here's the soul of this random citizen of Akima. There you go. But they're messing with life and death here.
Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires.
I don't know about that one, but I find it interesting because I think that Anaxa was able to do something that his teacher didn't do, and his teacher was surprised by it. But I feel it's only because Anaxa was so determined and so like focused on this one task that he went above and beyond all of like the righteous ways to do things, or like the right ways to do things, and he went through some like, you know, forbidden techniques and whatnot. But at the same time, you know, other people could actually do the same thing that you do. Like, you're considered a genius, but other people could still do what you did. They would just have to kind of go mad, though, in order to do it. Because nobody would just, you know, in their right mind, go and do some forbidden or taboo type of things. Because they're just like, nah, that's just immoral.
You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
I don't know about how I like that.
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I wish to continue the CHRYSOS' research.
The CHRYSOS.
research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
Okay.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg.
So he wants to learn more as much as he
I may
can.
have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever.
Oh wow, that's the wording right there. Okay.
I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Dang, that's what happened. Okay.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours?
That's how he lost his eye.
However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan.
Are you sure about that?
In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me.
Dang.
After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
We'll see. I assume she'll actually tell us a little bit, but so his purpose here, I don't have the details or what he's exactly gonna do, but it's related to bringing his sister back to life and studying the souls and everything like that. So I assume that he probably needs something that he can't get with a Glaya, but he can get here maybe. Or maybe he just needs the power in order to go ahead and go about wherever he wants to research whatever he wants, so he can find the new things that he needs for the, research on souls.
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into. Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
And why is that?
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
What does she mean more so that she doesn't have memory of it for some reason?
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Now I understand.
I gotta be
No
super
wonder you
wise
asked
then.
me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Rather than the person who's actually in the midst of the situation or whatever they're looking for.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa.
Military runner?
I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought.
We'll go with that.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival, so please depart forthwith.
Alright, let's go. It's time.
It's finally time.
Meet up with the Council of Elders.
Carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world.
Thank you. That reminded me of what it was. Okay.
If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
Maybe he won't. He'll let it be.
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Gold.
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Ain't no way.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Dang, they all making fun of
Your nickname
us.
is Dromus as well? You must really like those creatures.
Listen, we don't talk about that. Yep, we don't talk about that. Alright. The great lake created by Kefeli, I think is what it said, right? Here the world-bearing Skyfather spilled their golden blood into the mortal lake. The golden blood flows down with spring waters as dawn rises with the mists. No words ever break the solemn silence, and the volcano's heart beats no more. Well, if Kefeli is gone, how does this golden liquid or blood continue to rain down into there right now? Like, you can still see it going down. So, like, how does that work?
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet, in my view, there are only right and wrong perspectives, neither of which can coexist with the other.
What radical thinking. I guess this is why the children of humanity always squabble with each other.
True.
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Thank you, military runner. Alright. I was looking around. I was trying to see if they had all 12 of the Titan symbols around here. Because I only saw the 6, but I think they have all 12. Because at first I was thinking maybe they only had like the 6 ones for like the world-creating Titan, all them, and all his buddies, and the Fate Titans, all that stuff, but
Welcome
no, I think they have all of them.
To the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Thank you, Lygus. Nothing else? Okay. Elder Kindness.
Lord Anaxagoras. Oh, I've heard so much about you.
Oh, she sound all pompous and stuff, too.
Head of the Newsporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a CHRYSOS heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity.
A lot of titles, okay.
Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
She's trying to flatter him right now.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed.
That's crazy, okay.
And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows.
Mentioning Aglaya right here.
Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, or retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
I think so.
Everyone, stand down.
Oh no, he was okay. I was like, or it was talking about her because all the guards around here. But
thank you.
I didn't think he was doing that.
I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
Buddy, you got a whole core flame in you for Titan.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the CHRYSOS heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akima are so entitled to.
Okay then.
As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a CHRYSOS heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
In order to get him on their side.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the CHRYSOS heirs.
Okay, alright, I see what
But
game
now
we're playing.
that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears.
People listening in.
I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribed to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa.
He did. I do
I've
know
heard
that.
this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have supporters and dissenters, just like how there are two types of people in this world: geniuses and dimwits.
Dang, that's how you perceive it? Wild take, buddy. Nah, you right though. What if I said I agree with that? I'm the genius, y'all. Let me stop.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history.
The final turning point, you say?
May
Okay.
the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Era Chrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
None of those titans or their people or followers.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise.
Yeah, it does.
Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
She took it as like, oh, you're just convicted to
That's
your
enough,
beliefs.
Lady Kindness.
But no, he's
Dispense
saying, I'm
with the
literally gonna die.
niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You
both
worry
want something
too
from each other.
much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Yeah, if she could come out right now, that would be bad.
Even
They'll go
someone
against
like
her.
me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaia covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well.
How strong are their guards, though?
You're well aware how valuable Circe's core flame will be in the Era Chrysia that you are desperately pursuing.
Because you need an understanding for everything, which is going to be the
Talk
reason
is
Titan.
cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need.
Exactly.
As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other.
All right, then.
Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
All right, let's begin.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy. Aglaya.
Crazy to call her a common
She
enemy.
is the second most experienced CHRYSOS heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
That would have been funny. She is prepared to execute me. She just needs vassals who will do her bidding without question.
If Aglaya required a suitably intelligent CHRYSOS heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs. However, it's quite evident that she has no need for a CHRYSOS heir who could break free of her control at any time.
Yeah, because she wants to be in control of everything.
Since I believe in neither
which is my problem with
nor
her.
the prophecy, there's no way that I would willingly walk on the path that she extols. Given how rigorously she enforces her principles, how would she ever accept a heretic such as me?
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama.
I wouldn't say that,
The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen.
Alright, here's my thing. My problem with Aglaya, like last video, for those of y'all who listen to me ramble on at times, I still think Aglaya is a little bit sus, but maybe not sus in like she's evil, but sus is in like, I don't know where her head's at. Because how they're talking about it right now is a little bit how I was thinking about it. Like, she's a control freak right now. Like, she wants everything in her control, and she wants to make sure everyone follows her and her missions and what she says to do at all costs. Obviously, she'll let other people talk about things and, you know, bring up their own ideas and their own opinions and their own, like, you know, plans themselves, but then she won't let them go through with it unless she agrees to it. And that's what it feels like to me with her. And that's why I'm like, okay, we gotta have a little bit of, like, you know, giving out, you know, power to other people so they can go ahead and make their own decisions without, you know, consulting you all the time. But we'll see. I don't think that it's going as far though as like she's in the barrier between peace and for the whole of Akima.
However,
Politics.
I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the CHRYSOS heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed.
Isn't it already being shed because of the Black Tide?
What are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Garnering my support is equivalent to garnering the support of the entire Grove. I will be the one to shatter Aglaya's self-righteousness. Whoa.
Aglaya's authoritarianism, conceit, and arrogance have granted her unfettered control for the most part. Yet these traits are also her greatest weakness. If I can render her helpless by forcing her to experience the agonizing pain of betrayal, I am certain she will never recover from such a setback.
Betrayal. So when he says betrayal, he gotta make somebody close to her betray her. Like, genuinely close to her. Which would be all of the current, like, CHRYSOS heirs that are with us right now. We got Hyacinth, we got... I'm assuming Hyacinth, we got Treeby and Trinon, we got Finon, we got Mighty... all of us. If any of them is going to be able to listen to somebody and be taken over and controlled, I feel like it would be Finon. We already saw that he struggled with the trial, and we know that he is a student of Anaxa's. So I feel like Anaxa knows Finon well enough that he could probably manipulate him somehow. But Finon is pretty strong in his beliefs too, so I don't know if he'll be able to.
Surely you don't believe that such a tiny betrayal will be enough to push her to her wit's end.
What's more, there are many who remain silent, merely watching to see how much chaos I can unleash. Not to mention, you know full well that the CHRYSOS heirs have never been a united front.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts.
She like that, okay?
At this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
But I was gonna say, he never betrayed Aglaya. He was never loyal to her to begin with. How absurd. My loyalty is unquestionable.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
Dang, strong words.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment.
What you got, Lygus?
As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh, we about to have a three-way conversation now? Hold up. It's gonna get crazy.
Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the CHRYSOS heirs.
Uh-huh, so they can come and go.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here.
Okay.
So tell me,
he's playing both
Anaxagoras,
sides.
Now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her.
She ain't gonna believe that, though.
However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame.
Okay, so are we doing that?
More like 2 core flames. After all,
Because Cersei's and him.
at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh, so he's saying that because we're going after death now. Castress, yeah.
How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead.
It literally would.
Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Which means that it's not gonna happen.
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Being tortured. People on his tail all times.
What do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
That's crazy.
We shall see then.
Alright, so Goliath's showing up now.
Ah, I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Like what?
Dying to know what I'm after.
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answer soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
Okay, so he's saying that he has what he wants, what he truly wants. But a Goliath showing up as well, so is he trying? I don't know what his entire plan is. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Unexpected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
He wants to talk to Kefali and ask the question that he was talking about before.
Not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama.
Ah, okay.
She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the world-bearer.
Okay. So Lyga's got his own
How
plans too,
convenient
obviously.
it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this journey.
Alright, time to go see if we can get an answer out of Kefali.
Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Alright.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Alright, you're doing too much now.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
If you say so, buddy. Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Kefali and see if we can get a response. If we do, that's gonna be interesting. Because that means that Kefali is still alive and kicking, which would prove his point.
Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything. Not even my motive.
Yeah, which is suspicious of him.
Because I know very well what it is you are after.
Onlookers see the most, or see best.
A gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey.
Uh-oh, okay.
I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to Kefali than anyone else. Wouldn't you agree?
I hope things go as you say, then.
We'll see.
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is bound to turn it upside down. It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world, which is on the brink of destruction.
Well, we'll find out if we can actually get it, though. Take me through!
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud's peak.
Yep, where Kefeli's head, Kefeli is.
View. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
He ain't never gonna do that.
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades.
He said they're all fake.
And even though I've
Filler.
come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
We'll see. Well, let's go try it then.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Yeah, why'd you even expect that to begin with, huh?
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things.
Yeah, you're gonna see a rare moment of kindness from him,
All
like
right.
once in like
We're just a short hike
a decade.
away from Kefeli. No time to waste here.
Oh, yep, he's
So the
dying.
intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphoreus gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now?
To imagine, that'd be a sight. Princess Carrie too.
I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come along.
Alright then, let's do
Fine
it.
then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
That's all Cersei's wants right now.
Wait. Who is that? Cersei's?
Of the past or something? What?
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
She can't see it.
Am I hallucinating?
Cersei's of the past? I'm assuming, right? Or it can't be
Do we
future.
even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
Let's go find out. What is that? So now we're at the peak of Dawn Cloud. And we got a ghost of Cersei's.
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Yo, okay, so Cersei's and Nias, which is supposed to be strife and reason, right? Hold up.
Nias. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of CHRYSOS, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Fate of destruction.
Cersei's. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
Is she lying or does she not remember for real?
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
Huh. Anaxa's losing it right now, but
This is a departed spirit.
seems like it. I don't know. Offered greetings to Kefeli. This is a pilgrimage platform dedicated to devout believers. But you and Exagerus never kneel to false gods. Alright, buddy. Oh, we got a... Is that a Hand of Zagreus thing over there? Alright. Trickery.
You two again.
Enough about me. Did Kaus ever reply to you?
Kaus.
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Chaos. Demigod.
Yeah, Chaos and Demigod. Who are they referring to?
Never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Or are they talking about a person?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Why is her name is question marks?
Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Chaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
But aren't they both Titans?
Chaos. This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but the souls of people.
The souls of people.
But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments.
But we talked to her.
Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Thought you didn't want to save him.
Fine.
So...
if this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing.
A few things I'm thinking. Cersei's. Is she lying? Imagine she's not actually Cersei's, but actually is some sort of fragment of his imagination or something like that, or something inside of his mind, a hallucination or something. And this right here is the real Cersei's, but she just shows to look like her? I don't know. Or maybe that's just, I'm just really far off. Otherwise, he's dying and he's seeing the past, or he's seeing like their souls, or yeah, I don't know. Are the Titans not actually Titans or gods? They're actually just human? Is what it's referring to a little bit here, because they're referring to demigodhood right here, and this is way before Aglaia and us came into the picture, right? So I don't know. Maybe they took the core flames from previous Titans that were around, and they became Titans themselves, aka like, you know, demigods and Titans themselves, and then it's passing on again in like a history repeating itself type of thing. I don't know. I got a lot of ideas. I mean, there's not giving me enough to really get a concrete idea, but that's what I'm thinking so far. People praying non-stop to Kefali makes sense.
We meet again.
Yeah, what's going on here this time? Still question marks though. So is this not Cersei's?
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just...
Okay, so maybe Nias is actually... Wait. Okay, I'm trying to remember now. Nias wasn't Strife. Well, he was Strife, but he wasn't Strife, because if I remember correctly, Nias was a fragment of Strife. He was the reason that remained for Strife, but was separated, which is why Strife was going crazy. He needed to regain his reason. Cersei's is the reason Titan. So then, in order to get rid of his reason, then that involved Cersei's, I guess? So then is the Cersei that we're seeing right here just Naxa's reason dissipating? I'm starting to like maybe piece things together.
If I climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
Don't you float? What you complaining about?
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphoreus does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Crazy.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
Yeah, not really. From what they're talking about, at least.
Would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little.
That sounds crazy.
I
You said I embrace obesity.
So of the eminent seven sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso of the eminent seven sages. She referred to herself as Calypso way back when as well. Is she really not Cersei's? I don't think she's actually Cersei's then. I think she's lying about that. I don't know, maybe I'm way off.
Calypso. She's one of the seven sages. A member of the Grove? No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the seven sages. Hey, Cersei's. Does the name Calypso ring a bell?
That one should. Oh, she's gone.
Cersei's?
Okay, hold up.
They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Nah, this is getting crazy.
Looks like I'm nearly there now. The land of the dead.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary CHRYSOS. Return to the mortal realm.
CHRYSOS.
Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too?
Yeah, why are you chanting that? So yeah, I'm thinking that she's fake, or like she's just, they're not real gods. Okay, there's a lot. We're gonna figure it out here. Devoted emissaries, heretical scholars, the lost wanderer, and the desperate outlaw. At the edge of divinity, we look up in awe. In a fleeting moment of terror, the long road behind fades from memory. Kefeli's lean. Alright, let's figure this all out. I hope.
We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question, but all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then. Let me uncover the truth for myself.
Are we gonna make it?
Did I still fail to make it in time?
That's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh. So, I'm back here again.
Back in the land of death. Yeah, you dying.
This is... I can hear it.
Imagine if he met, I forgot what her name was right now.
From the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something.
What if he met Acheron here? Imagine. Nah,
this
there's no
time,
way.
The voice is a lot clearer than before.
I'm just making up random stuff. Oh!
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Wait for what?
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso.
Wait.
Are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Why does she look like Castorus? And they're all looking to visit Chaos. Chaos? However you say that name, bro. What?
Yes. And we've been waiting for quite some time now.
And who is this?
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
Okay, so maybe Chaos is supposed to refer to the world-bearing titan, Kefeli?
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily.
Deliverer.
Much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Deliverer, Finon. Hold up.
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Polixia. Okay, we're getting some new people.
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
So is Polixia is Polixia Castorus' sister? I have never heard Castorus or anybody else mention a sister of Castorus, but that's my thoughts because she looks similar to her. If not sister, she mentioned sister, maybe somebody else related to her then? And they're born to take on Thanatos' divinity. So I'm thinking now that the Titans that we know of right now aren't the original Titans, maybe. What if that's the case? What if they've constantly inherited the core flames for a long time now, but for some reason we only know of these ones? Because it seems to me like Calypso took on Circe's core flame and is now giving it to Anaxa, she wants to take over his body so that she can continue going. What if Naius was actually, well, he said that he was the reason of Strife, but what if he actually was Strife itself, but was lost? I don't know. Okay, that's my idea though, is that maybe the Titans weren't the original Titans, like what we're thinking about right now.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Circe's question.
What exactly are we?
The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Circe's question and reclaim my body.
About what they are, okay?
But no, I will not do that.
Okay.
That isn't important.
That is annoying. I want to know that.
Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant.
Okay.
Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
So he wants to take over either Circe's or Kefeli, because I feel like Kefeli is overseeing all of Akima, right? Or if you take on Kefeli's core flame, then you effectively now rule all of Akima. I feel like Anaxa would go for that rather than Circe's, would he not? Because of how his entire persona is and everything like that. He wants to have the freedom to do anything and everything that he wants. He wouldn't be able to do that with Circe's. He would need something that gives him complete control over everything and everybody, which would be Kefeli, apparently, because we just learned that his core flame would do that for you. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all. It's a real thing, which I think proves my point, or my theory, that each of the Titans are actually being replaced already. Like the Titans that we know of right now have already been replaced in the past. So they weren't the original Titan. It was a Titan before them, and maybe even a Titan before them. And it just kept on going and kept on going. What if that continuation has caused the Black Tide to come as a way to eliminate the Titans because they should no longer be here, or something like that? What if the constant reinstating of a Titan has caused some sort of calamity to occur? And it's just because it's just not supposed to happen. Because even the Titans can't deal with the Black Tide, right? So I think the Black Tide might be a means of getting rid of them. So what if all of them were gone? I don't know. I'm having ideas. What
are you thinking about?
Oh, he's with Hyacinth right now. Just amazed at how this towering tree is Circe's divine body. It's a majestic sight.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the great tree.
Merely something from the past that I won't go into. Yeah, him with Byra de Lune and all that stuff.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Circe's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars, and their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the Reason Titan? That's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Circe's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them.
Yeah, I think it's closer than you think.
Right, Danny?
Danny?
After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphoreus is none other than Aquila themselves.
Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for.
Alright, learn more about him.
It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by her side.
Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself up over it. Besides, Aglaia needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout for any documents related to the Death Titan. They could be useful.
Yeah, there is no rest for the weary, huh?
Does not look like it.
In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
He is quite skilled. What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard?
Okay.
Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
She put her fists up. Get ready to box. Hold up. The silence in here is near deafening. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. How to leave Amphoreus. In the myths, Aquila, the titan who reigns over the domain of the skies, is a colossal bird that overlooks the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as they continue to soar above the clouds, the people of Amphoreus will remain trapped on the ground. Hyacinth's forebears were priests who worshipped Aquila. Nobody is more familiar with the taboos of the Sky Titan than her. Seeing how Aglaia has sent her here as a guide, it's possible that she plans to have Hyacinth take on a trial in the future. Yep, I mean, that's obvious. Amphoreus' Titan mythology. In Amphoreus, Titans are a common topic of discussion. People create myths that in turn conceive Titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among the people of Amphoreus. Is there a way to step out of this situation and look at it from a different perspective? Titans and Eons. Titans and Eons are two distinct classes of beings. Titans can communicate with us humans, and it is not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we can even take over their divinity. In this regard, Titans can be said to be a lot more similar to humans than Eons are. The CHRYSOS heirs and demigods. CHRYSOS heirs are humans who possess heroic qualities, with most of them demonstrating extraordinary combat prowess and strength. Upon clearing a core flame trial, a CHRYSOS heir can even ascend to a demigod and inherit a Titan's divinity. And as far as we know, the Nax are right now asking that question and figuring out those things in the past. It seems like you go from CHRYSOS heir, ascend to demigodhood, and you inherit their divinity, and then ascend to the Titan themselves, it feels like, is what I'm thinking. Wait, something about that feels off. Is this a selection process of some sort? Selecting the next Titan? The Flame Chase Journey and the Prophecy. Guided by the prophecy, the heroes are on a quest to reclaim core flames and usher in the Era Nova. Their efforts have seen gratifying results to date. As I expected, the prophecy is the hardest to make any sense of, but with barely any information to go on, no matter how much I ruminate on it, it won't yield any results. I should leave this for another time. Yeah, we don't know much more about the prophecy. I should probably return my attention to something else. Yes, you should. My plight. Nobody could have imagined that Jerada's life would be forfeited the moment we landed on Amphoreus. Yeah, we got obliterated immediately. I should have done more to keep her safe, but it's not too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rules that govern life and death on Amphoreus might just work out in our favor and save her. The Grove is a veritable library of knowledge. Maybe they'll have records of a simpler case. Please let there be one. Alright, enough musing for now. It's time to move. The clock is ticking. I should search for clues as I move. Sounds good to me. Alright. He said something about the night sky, but now we're on Don Hung's POV. Everyone's doing something different right now. We're getting to see Anaxa, the Don Hung, we're getting to see the Traveler, we're getting, obviously ourselves doing things. Everyone's on a different agenda right now at the moment. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this one off right here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get these videos out for y'all daily. If I try to do it like a 5-hour long video, it's not happening. Crazy part, we gotta learn a lot more. Anaxa is kind of going against the Gaia. He's kind of going against both sides is what it feels like. He's trying to become his own side is what it feels like to me. We have become the CHRYSOS heir for Orynyx. We are now the Time CHRYSOS heir, whatever you want to call us exactly. Don Hung is investigating stuff about us. We have learned that we are dead right now, apparently. We're dead, but we're a walking assortment of memories basically right now. There's a lot going on, and we got to meet the Council of Elders finally in Kindness and in Lygus. So it's kind of cool to see them a little bit and get a bigger picture of who they are, what they do, and where they are and all of this. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. We got a lot to deal with. We got to go find Thanatos. We got to take over Thanatos with Casterus, and we got to get our soul back. We got to still figure out how to stop the Black Tide, which I think the Black Tide has something to do with the Titans constantly reincarnating, basically, is what it is. What it feels like, or passing on their powers and divinity constantly. I don't know. I feel like they're supposed to have already been gone at this point or something, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot to go on. There's a lot to do. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, body that like button. Subscribe to the as well if you haven't already. Join the crew. And with that, I will catch y'all tomorrow. Should be tomorrow. For some more Honkai Star Rail.